About 90% of my clients do qualify for that 10% down second home occupancy loan. So I tell people that think that they may not qualify, go ahead and fill out an application, because the application is not product specific. So you can go in and you're going to have to fill out that information anyway. Let us check things out to see maybe if there is an opportunity that you do qualify for that loan product.
Welcome to the STR Home Financing Podcast, where we believe a legacy is something you build, not just something you leave behind. And now, here's your host, Jeff Chisum.
Hey, this is Jeff Chisum with STR Home Financing. Welcome to episode 13. Today, I'm going to cover a very common question that I get on the consultation calls that I do with every client, where I get to find out about the dream, answer specific questions, and then make sure I point each person in the right direction for next steps. And a lot of times, clients will ask me, when should I get pre-approved? A lot of times I see people make the mistake that, I can just wait because I haven't found a property. And really, I think it's going to be further down the road, so we can do that later. And it's very common that I'll get a call from someone that they found a property that they just absolutely love. It's everything that they wanted. It checks all the boxes. It's priced right. And it is a Sunday afternoon, and they have yet to even submit an application. We can scramble, we can get it done, but that's when mistakes are made. That's when people go into a deal and not fully know the things that they need to know around the financing. So my encouragement is, if you think that you are going to make a move on a property within the next 6 months, now is the time to get pre-approved. So you fill out the application, you provide the pieces of the puzzle for the financing piece of qualifying, and let us do an analysis. So we can make sure that we're dotting our I's, we're crossing our T's, we're getting solid income calculations, we are factoring the debt to income ratio properly, and we've got everything that we need so we can have a conversation around, here's what you qualify for, or we can verify you can qualify for what you're looking to do. And then beyond that, answer lingering questions. Set out all the pieces around the financing so that you have the information that you need to quickly analyze the deal. So what that typically looks like is, we're setting up the numbers around $100,000 price range, where you're going to know within $25,000 increments what the PITI payment looks like, what the cash to close looks like. So you've got that piece. When you look at a property, you can quickly analyze the deal because you have the information that you need, but also you've had all your questions answered, and it's given you that confidence, the education that you need, so that you feel empowered to be able to go out and make a quick decision, but also a wise decision. So even though properties are sitting a little bit longer, who's to say that a hot property that checks, somebody else's boxes isn't out there about to make an offer? So you still want to be in a position that you can make a quick decision. Now, typically the credit report expires after 120 days, but we have some things in place that we can minimize those credit pulls to put you in a position where, we're not having to pull your credit 120 days after it expires. So we've got strategies behind that to minimize it, to put our clients in a position where you feel like, yeah, okay, I can go ahead, get that pre-approval in place and not having to worry about the credit being pulled unnecessarily. So I'm always happy to chat. Please jump on my website, STR Home Financing. Go in, set up an appointment. We can have a 15-minute conversation to answer any of those initial questions that you have. The other question that I get, because a lot of that, the full pre-approval is around checking income and verifying that your debt to income ratio is within the standard that they're looking for that loan program. The other question I get is around DSCR, where we're not looking at income. So about 90% of my clients do qualify for that 10% down second home occupancy loan. So I tell people that think that they may not qualify, go ahead and fill out an application, because the application is not product specific. So you can go in and you're going to have to fill out that information anyway. Let us check things out to see maybe if there is an opportunity that you do qualify for that loan product. But let's say that your opportunity is with DSCR, where we're not going to look at income. It's not going to be used to qualify. We're looking at the property to see if it's going to meet the standards for generating income to meet the ratios that are necessary to get an approval for that DSCR loan. So what that looks like is we have to verify your credit, make sure that it's at an acceptable level, because even though the DSCR loan, you can put that in your LLC, title is in the LLC, you're still going to be a personal guarantor on that loan. So what that means is we've got to check out credit. We've got to make sure that you have a clean mortgage payment history. And then we're going to review your assets. That product is typically going to require a 20 to 25% down payment, 20% for new investors, 20% for experienced investors, 25% for new investors. And then you're going to need 6 months of reserves. So we kind of get an idea of the price range that you're going to want to be in or need to be in. And then we kind of back our way into, how much is that 20% down payment going to be? And then how much reserves you're going to need based on the estimated payment. So we're going to verify that information. And really, that's what you need for that pre-approval, because on the DSCR loan and going out and making an offer on a property, you're still going to need a pre-approval letter. And that's how we get to the pre-approval. Now, how do you know if you're going to qualify or if that property is going to qualify? We have some strategies that we can implement there, where you can ask the seller if they can provide financials, 12 months of financials to prove the ratio. And then the last one is we can run an air DNA report to give us some preliminary numbers to see if we're going to be in the ballpark, of meeting those ratios. So that's what a pre-approval for a DSCR would look like. And same time frame. You still want to be set up if you think you're within a 6-month window to get that in place. So hopefully that helps. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.
Jeff Chisum is a registered mortgage loan officer, NMLS 673623 for Northpointe Bank NMLS 447490. Northpointe Bank is an equal housing lender. All programs and products discussed on the show are subject to change without notice.